Hey everybody, it is Friday the something, I don't know, sometime in June, early June, I don't remember the date. But that's not important. What is important is talking about everything that's going on in the RPG industry. Talk about that 5e, people getting excited about 5e. I love it, the marketing is amazing. See, that's the business I'm in, is in marketing. That's what I do for a living. Marketing and, technically advertising. But marketing, the actual mental strategies on getting people to buy and understanding why they buy and how to influence them to buy. That's how I earn my bread and butter. So I think with really good marketing, you can do really great things. Case in point, you've got this great marketing going on through WotC, telling you everything you want to hear, and then people have fallen for the marketing, which I'm like, oh, that's beautiful, that's good stuff, that's good. You know, and to me, it's very much a sense of why marketing works so well. And why, like Apple, who is the premier of marketer, works so well. I mean, let's just be blunt. Apple sells you a $600 phone, and it makes you feel like you're doing them a favor. That's genius. I dream about moments like that. Oh, I mean, that's when you know you made it. When you got the people, it's the equivalent of having a vice president shoot you in the face, and then you apologize to the vice president for taking the shot. That's how good it is. That's how good the marketing is. Amazing. Oh, I love it. So, all these people saying, they're saying all the right things I want to hear. Of course they're saying all the right things I want to hear. They want to get your money. That's the plan. Hey, when you're out on a date, you're asking that significant other, male or female, and you're talking to them, you're telling them everything they want to hear so you can get with them. It's the same plan, man. That's marketing. That's new school marketing. Oh, I'm not really the best guy for you. I can only hope to be the best, and maybe we can join together and have a good relationship. I'm marketing. I am throwing my pitch at you. Come on. That's a good one. My personal favorite one is the plug. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm willing to give it a chance. Are you willing to give it a chance? Because I think we can do something together. I think we can have a really great relationship. Boom! That's a pitch! That's another pitch! That's my personal favorite one. I'm good. When it sounds not threatening, it sounds like, oh, this sounds like a great idea. Let's work together as a team. No! I am pitching you. I am pitching you and making you feel good and making you feel all warm and tender to get something from you. Marketing 101. That's what's going on. Now, people think like, well, everyone does that, Lewis. I'm like, yes, I'm telling you everyone does that. I'm saying don't fall for the marketing. Look at the actual product. Because too many people fall in love with brands because that's what the brand has done to you. Apple, premier of that. Google, I'm a Google guy. Google's great, can't do anything wrong. They got me. Good marketing. They got good marketing. It helps if you've got good marketing and great products. That's a doubler. If you can get because marketing is half of it. Great example, comic books. And I don't mean movies, I mean comic books. Comic books have some of the best marketing you can find around. It's like, oh, that's great. Oh my God. They market themselves to death. They are marketing. I'd say they're marketing probably as hard as you possibly can market. It's everything you want in marketing. It's got visual elements. It's got storyline. You can license the stuff. And comics do a great job in marketing. The downside is the actual product is a little not good. It's not really that good. It's kind of crazy. Would you like to pay $4 for 20 pages of story? Because you're gonna, if you get a comic book, because that's what you're paying for. A 32-page comic book has 22, let's be nice, 22 pages of story. That other 12 pages, 1/3, is advertisers. And now people are making that face of, no, that's not right. And like, yes, that's very right. A 32-page comic book, 1/3 of it is usually advertisements. See how good that marketing is? You thought there was actually more story in there. And the funnier part to all this, and this is kind of a tangent, there are a lot of artists who can't do 22 pages a month. 22 pages of comic book story a month. Some people struggle to get that done. 22 pages a month. Okay. 22 pages a month really comes out to be like a page, but really it's more like 2 pages a day. 2 pages a day. A standard comic book has 6 panels, 2 pages a day, 12 panels of work. Now, I will say, being an artist is hard work. I know enough artists to know it's hard work. They deliberate, they look at stuff. Artists have a very difficult job, but they also have a kind of an easy job because it is able to look at cool stuff, do changes. You can get references, all kinds of stuff you can do. But still, you should be able to do that. You should still do a page, 2 pages a day. I don't think it's asking too much. Writers. One of my favorite, Chuck Dixon. Chuck Dixon at one point wrote 4 books a month. While writing isn't as, I guess they're both difficult, but I think you can write more. Words are easy to toss away. It's just words. It's just words. Art, you got to draw, redraw, got to look right. There's a lot of things going on art. That are context to doing the artwork. But I digress. But like I'm saying, this goes back to marketing. Marketing is important on a product, and let's just be honest. WotC is trying to make this thing a success because you know why? Because some people's jobs are going to depend on this. That's right. Some people's jobs are going to depend on this. Some people's promotions are going to depend on this. Some people's actual, I can say job, but employment depends on this. Because if this thing flops or has a problem, someone's getting fired. Someone's getting fired. That's how they do these things, man. Oh, it's a flop. You're catching flack on that one. Hey, congratulations, great work. We're firing you. That's just the way it is. And it's it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Hasbro, their main company, knows you got to sell XYZ amount. If it doesn't sell XYZ amount, it is a failure to them. 4E was a failure. You can hear all the stuff about people saying how great of a sale it was. That's garbage. You want to know why? Because it's still not producing it. See, when you're successful, you produce it. When it's cracked out and you're done, you get revised, you get another edition, or when you maxed out sales. That's what people think. They think, you assume you're going to make X amount of dollars, and you make Y. Well, that's not good. You need to make X. 4E, some people say they loved it. I didn't. I wasn't that guy. And I think, they did a lot of bad marketing. I think they did a lot of bad marketing. I think this time around, they figured out one of the main problems was. And, this goes back to another issue that always makes me laugh. And this is the issue I've talked about before. Is it official? That's the question itself. Is it official? D&D 4E, I don't think felt official for enough people. That's why they didn't buy it. 5E might feel official enough for people to buy it because of the marketing and the strategy. And, let's just be honest. Picking some of the people they picked to work on the book was smart. Picking Cobalt Press to do the adventures with Wolfgang and his group was a smart choice to do. They've made some better choices, and now they're possibly going to do an OGL. Okay. As I said before, I already know guys who are setting up to do the OGL, to jump ship to do the 5E. Hey, thanks a lot. I'm going to enjoy satisfying your customers in the previous box you used to give them. And they're looking for new customers. We're always looking for new customers. I just find it's easy to help someone's customers who left them. I think that's an easier route to go about it. That's just me. But hey, I'm up for whatever. That's how cool it is. I'm up for whatever. So I think a lot of guys will do the 5E because they'll see the money, they'll get to see you have to. I might do it. I mean, I did some stuff for 4E, and I knew in seconds it wasn't going to sell. I did I think I did 2 or 3 products, and I was like, man, this is not selling. There's no interest. Get out of this. Go back to over here, make some money. Quick decisions. I don't try to make it work if it doesn't work. There's no need to push the rock up the hill. Your marketing will do so much for you. The product's actually got to be good. And I think the product 4E was not good. I think 5E will be good. I think 5E will be a well put together product. I think it's going to be good marketing. And I think people are going to get people excited. And that's that bing. You get people excited. They want to buy. They want to buy. You get some sales. You get some sales. Cha-ching. Have a good day. That's what goes on. But you got to get to that part of making good products. And I don't know anyone who's seen, I don't think I actually know anyone who's actually seen it. I'm sure, I know Wolfgang and them, but I mean, I don't really actually talked to somebody and actually said, hey, what did you really think of it? I think somebody mentioned something, but it hasn't been much. I know that much. So, like I said, right now I'm with Pathfinder. I find Pathfinder to be very well. I'm very happy with them. I'm very happy with my sales. Of course, I like to increase my sales. Who wouldn't? Who doesn't want to get more sales? That's what I'm in business for. But I always think it's just very funny how people, this product, that product, they're doing all these products, and they're missing focusing on, the one product that they could, focus on, make more money. Because, okay, here's the question. All right, suppose I have a company and I have two lines. I have line A and line B, and I spend equal amount of time in both lines, but the revenue generated is radically different. In number one, I generate, let's just say I generate $50,000. But in line B, I generate $15,000. Now, here's some business stuff. You'll enjoy this. You guys are into business. So let's compare. I make $65,000 on these two companies, the two products I sell on these two lines. But really, I spend equal amounts of time. But they're not equal, because one makes 50, one makes 15. So the question for me would be, well, why don't I, as a smart businessman, or at least attempting to be a smart businessman, cut the time back on the one where I'm making $15,000? If I'm putting equal amount of time, I'm only getting 15. Well, let's cut that back to maybe I only work 10%. So that's a factor of 5. So I go from making, 15. I'm doing the math. Yeah, 15 to 3. Okay, 10% of the time, make 3. But that other 40% of time, I'm going to add to the other one. So I'm going to probably make another $40,000. So I go from making, different time allotment. I spend 90% of the time working on my business A, which generates $90,000, and I spend 10% of the time over here in B and generate $3 million. I said $3 million. Good Lord, 3,000. As you can see, the difference right there is substantial. So you got to look at that. You got to look at where the money's being made and stuff like that, and make choices quickly. Don't sit on the pot with this. I mean, transition. Oh, it's a good idea. Go. Good idea. Go. That's why so many companies do small, tiny products. Those 4-page products, 3-page products. They're small products. They're little bite-sized. Bite-sized. Didn't cost me a lot of money. I'll keep moving. We just released a product. Was it Double Dragons? No. Dueling Dragons? I can't remember. God, see, so many products I can't remember. It's on nunchucks for Neo X's. $1.39 we released it for. Not really that expensive. $1.39, you get yourself a cool weapon, get yourself some cards, get a history behind it, boom, you put it in your game. Not a lot of money spent. And that's the way it should be. Anything bite-sized, pop in your mouth, ooh, tasty, good. Now, for $11 or $11.99, you can pick up our Obsidian Apocalypse campaign setting. A little more meaty, a little more stuff going on there. Now, I'll tell you about my own business. Right now, looking at sales, Neo Exodus and Obsidian Apocalypse are our two biggest sellers. Obsidian is probably 65% of our sales, while Neo Exodus is about 35%. Those are huge numbers. Now, here's the flip side. How much time I spend on them. Obsidian Apocalypse, I'm spending the majority of the time. I'd say at least 75% of my time I'm spending on that. At least 75%. Yeah, at least. That's reasonable. The other 25% I work on Neo Exodus. And I'd even say it's even more. Maybe it's 80. Maybe it's even 80-20. Would it be smart for me to work on Neo Exodus? Well, of course. Neo Exodus still makes money. It's still consistent. People still seem to enjoy it. But the numbers aren't doing as well as the numbers on Obsidian Apocalypse. Even on top of that, the profit that I make, and that's something else. Now we're starting to talk a little bit about business. Now we're getting excited. The profit on that is much better with Obsidian Apocalypse due to having a Kickstarter. A Kickstarter basically covered a lot of my pre-cost, as you would say. And now that stuff, it's just basically a lot of profit. I'm making profit on when I sell that book, and that's very good profit. And you kind of want that. You want your product to make a great profit, because that margin of profit, that's going to determine how much cash flow you get and how much money you keep in your pocket. That's very, 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 very important. The margins. I didn't realize how important margins were until I really started digging down into my business. That's the part. If your margin, people sell stuff cheap because they want people to buy, but make sure you cover your margins. Make sure you cover your margins. That's where the real money is. That's where the real money is. I can't say it enough. Get the margins together. So, for all you guys buying 5e, I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably take a look at it. I saw the picture that Mike Morose put up. The layout looks beautiful. I expected no less. They are Hasbro and they are, WotC. I expected it would be fantastic looking. If it wasn't, I would be disturbed, like very much so. Now I'm at work. All right. So always remember, good advertising is about making the products. Good marketing is about selling the products. And those guys at Hasbro are selling the hell out of this product. This 5E. I tell you, man, those boys are going to be hot. It is hot. Ugh, bag. Get all this stuff. I'll still talk to you while I'm coming in. So, that's up here. So I'm telling you, all this craziness going on. Lock the doors. Do yourself a favor. Go out. Go out, get 5E, check it out. See what it looks like. Me, I'm gonna borrow from somebody else because I'm a cheap guy, you know? Single parent. You gotta be thrifty with the cash. But if it works for a business, I might have to check it out. But before I do, I'll let those first guys test it out for me, test the waters for me. They can take the slings and arrows and stuff like that, the initial people. And some are gonna make it rich and some are not. I'd rather just wait. See what happens. Play the right game. All right. I'm inside my office. I gotta go. Talk to you later. Really? Really?